Now, I really support universal basic income out there and what we've done with it. Basic income does not make people lazy at all. Universal basic income has proven to allow homeless people to be able to get a job, to be able to rent an apartment, to be able to be a contributing member of society. And this is what universal basic income has done. But come on, Oakland. Oakland, they assigned universal basic income. It was like $500 to. It was only black people. It excluded Asians and excluded whites. So there is a basic element of racial discrimination when it came to handing money and excluding other people on the regardless of their race, which is discrimination, and which violates the 14th Amendment, which is the Equal Rights Act. The universal basic income, the studies show, gets you out of poverty, you become employed. That's why I support it. But it should. This is part of the divide and conquer tactics of this country. This is part of the racial divide and conquer element of society where, oh, we need more money to this group of people. We need more money to this group of people. Include all low-income people regardless of race when you implement universal basic income. It's us against them. It's not black, white against Hispanic, and not Asian against, no, none of that. Because we're all people. We're all part of the American people. It's us against the billionaires. That was Bernie Sanders. Donald Trump was with us against the Mexican, the Muslim, and the black, and the Jew, and the Arab. That's how Trump did it. This is how billionaires do it. This is how billionaires get whatever they want under these right-wing groups. This is not how you do it. You know what? We get it. Democratic Party's the worst. We get it. We absolutely get it. There are a lot of racists in the Republican Party. That is true. But you just don't start alienating even though low-income white people are turning to the Republican Party because of racism and bigotry and fear of a more diverse America, then you need to still be able to look out for all working people, because the fact of the matter is that you are going to have low, middle, middle class that are going to need this universal basic income, especially with other states where the cost of living is going up. And so what do you have to do, Oakland? Come on, man. Give it to all people, regardless of their racial status. This is what this divide and conquer thing you're doing. Oakland, this kind of thing here just caters to the billionaires. You just have to give it to anybody regardless of race, because Democrats want the New Deal for everybody, but Republicans think it should only be for white people. So Republicans are turning to the Republican Party because they want Republican government to govern for white people, and the Republican Party says, hey, these Muslims and Mexicans, they're not part of the government. We need voter suppression. We need gerrymandering. That's what we need. The Democrats, they just don't listen to us, because whatever the suckers in the Republican Party support, it is what is inherently what's bad for them. The Republican Party is a death cult. Republican Party killed my sister. Republican Party said she should not wear a mask. Republican Party said she should not socially distance. Republican Party said you should have a bunch of non-mask wearing, breathing bigots all tightly together like cattle. And Trump rallies were mass spreaders. Trump rallies killed people in this country. Trump rallies literally ended families. Now you understand why Donald Trump is not president anymore. What I don't get is how it took for a pandemic to happen for people to finally wake up. I don't know if that's where Biden is coming from. I don't know. because certainly the people wanted Warren more than Kamala Harris. And I think if more people were voting rationally, they would go with Elizabeth Warren, honestly. If they're looking to bring people together, it's probably Warren more than the other ones. And she'll be hard on the billionaires, but ultimately, people don't want to listen to a very intelligent, well spoken, organized lady like Elizabeth Warren. And it really drives a lot of people away. That's for sure. You just can't ignore a well-educated lady out there, which we need our Sarah Palins. We need all our crazy whack jobs. We need our Major League Taylor Green. We need all of them. But we don't have really pragmatic, intelligent people like Elizabeth Warren who have real solutions for this country. My God, out there, it's like the billionaires know exactly who they want. They're looking for puppets, not Bernie Sanders, not Elizabeth Warren. They're looking not for Andrew Yang, not for Andrew Yang. They're looking for Joe Biden. They're looking for a fake plastic fucking face. Everything about her. Kamala Harris, man. Gotta be kidding me. She didn't prosecute Trump at all, but we want the Justice Department to prosecute Trump, but it's just not happening. It just isn't. Merrick Garland, is he not? Is he going to admit that this is all part of the club? I mean, if you don't go out and prosecute Trump, if he's going to say, "Oh, it's up to New York," it's up to all of them. I mean, literally, this. When you have something like this, I mean, I don't know if reparations. You just got to do away from reparations, as far as I can tell. You got to go away from reparations and just focus on universal basic income. Focus on the working people, like Bernie says. Don't make this about let's give reparations. Let's give all that. It's like, hello, this Democratic Party want to expand its base. I'm sure most people in the Democratic Party are not racist, and they don't want rights and dominance over other races. They're just looking to coexist. That's all they're looking to do. But are these people in the Republican Party trying to coexist or hold on to culture or something like that? That's what's driving these people to the Republican Party and the Donald Trump QAnon cult. Mr. Rob bases the truths to what's happening in the government. There's no disputing some big, larger, fundamental ideas, but all of this about fighting the pedophile ring and all that is just absolute crazy. That's not happening. Hillary Clinton's not operating a child sex ring in a pizza shop. She's a sociopath and all that. That's really true and whatnot. You know, she may be, bisexual and whatnot. I don't know how she is. I don't know how she met any other kids or any of that. I don't know anything about that. But it won't doubt me if Donald Trump did that. If Trump did that, then maybe Hillary did that too. So gotta understand that it ain't exposed Democrat pedophilia. These people are in both the corporate Democratic establishment and the Republican and National Committee, both of them. And so let's stop dividing people on race and let's build for a better America for all people. And the country is going to divide if we go down this path. Like the path to collapse is going to result in civil war and not coexisting, being loving people, all that, and having hate channels, focus hate and propaganda. So what's the case on right-wing hate radio and, Fox News, for example. These outlets, these hate outlets who downplay COVID and they kill family members. Yeah, I tell you, it's really Republican Party's a mad death cult. They literally they killed. Trump never cared. He was never going to protect America's national security and all that. Even domestic terrorist threats like the coronavirus, Oh my God, man. If only we could do what's right for this country and not what feeds whatever political rhetoric or any of that. We all stood together through World War One and World War Two, and we fight the establishment in Vietnam, but then we turn to the establishment in Iraq. We turn against the establishment, then we turn against the next authoritarian, hyperbolic billionaire, really. Because most of them are billionaires like Donald Trump, right? Those are the people that try to exploit the crisis. And then if they're not part of the game, like Trump is, then you have these voices who, yes, can go out and voice whatever they're platforming against, but they know that they have not won. They have no chance of winning when they step in the race. This is where Bernie Sanders comes into play. And talking against the military-industrial complex, but the billionaires still get to buy out the government. The billionaires still get the control over politicians. And, no drug war, no, it's sold to communities, criminal justice reform. Under libertarians, you can say the same billionaires out there can spend all the money out there on the system right now. I mean, wow, libertarians can really fuck up this country. Libertarians are really going to be racist and trying to narrow definition of right to include Hispanics in their coalition. I mean, it's the biggest race baiting that's ever existed in a libertarian/Republican right-wing billionaire conglomerate organization. It's become more radical. Even though we don't have a black guy in the White House, so they're still radicalized. And it's going to become more violent because the people are getting what they want, but the Republican Party's been taken control by propaganda. The Republican Party needs to understand. They need to understand that despite there being corrupt Democrats, you know what? They're still better than the Republican Party. 67% of the tax benefits under Biden go to the bottom, to the top, to the bottom 67%. And the Trump, 65% of the tax cuts go to the top 20% versus 67% of the tax benefits under Biden going to the bottom 60%. But Trump far better than Biden. Is it going to be Biden Harris 8? Obama 8? Trump 4? Well, Bush 8 because he got us in a war. Clinton 8. I mean, Trump is big loser compared to all of them. And I'm sorry, but it's going to be laughingly, hilariously, pathetically hilarious if it turns out to be a Latino over Ivanka Trump in 2032. Like if AOC beats her or if Julian Castro beats her, then those are things that can totally happen in the future.